For over 25 years, HPG Homes have been helping South Australians build and own their dream home. Whether it's a house and land package, custom build or development, our HPG fixed price guarantee ensures no nasty surprises or price changes along the way. We're committed to quality, affordability and creating a way of life for you and your family. Fixed price, turnkey. It's gotta be HPG. HPG Homes.
Come on! Wait up!
Is everyone ready to play?
I think the people involved, you get to meet a lot of people in football, and that's just one of the great things. Not only is the sport great, but the people involved. So fellow referees, players, coaches, even fans. I love officiating because it keeps me involved in football. I was a player, but I don't reckon I could cut it out there anymore, at least at any decent level. But as a referee, I get to be involved in high levels of football. Keeps me involved, keeps me fit, and is great fun. I think I have a moment of this is why I do this every week. It's always good fun to get out there, and there are tough moments, but being resilient and succeeding, even just in the little things throughout a match. I think embracing challenges is such an important skill to learn, and as a referee you surely come across a lot of them, and I certainly have. I reckon give it a go. You will face challenges, but that's a part of it, and I think embracing challenges is such an important skill to learn.
At ServiceFM, we know every workplace is different. Every challenge is unique. That's why we personalise our services to our customers' different needs across different industries. From medical to mining and manufacturing, hospitality to healthcare, commercial to defence. So when you need to create a better work environment, you need ServiceFM. Proud partner with Football South Australia.
Adelaide wakes up with 5AA, David Penberthy and Will Goodings. Tom Wren for sport. Jade Robran on the scene as it happens. Jess Adamson with the news that matters to Adelaide. Breakfast with David and Will, bringing together the names you trust with everything you need to know to start your day. Always live, always local and only on 5AA. Always Adelaide.
And welcome to joining the elimination final between Playford and FK Beograd. The game is delayed until 3:20 p.m. due to, as you can see on screen, the reserves final going to extra time and possibly penalties. If there are any more updates, we will let you know. But until then, kickoff is scheduled for 3:20 p.m. Match not too far away here.
do? What do the kids do? What do they do? Do they have to do anything?
Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to Ramsey Park up in Edinburgh North, here for this elimination final between Playford City in 4th and F5th, a first ever home First Division final here for Playford City against FK Beograd, who were in this same position last year at home but fell to Adelaide United. A very enticing affair between these two this afternoon, and we cannot wait to bring it to you here on FSA Leagues. I'm Seb O'Neill, your lead commentator for this one, joined alongside Theo Milonis. Theo, very excited to have you alongside me. Excited for this game?
Yeah, I was excited too till I walked over here. I nearly got replaced just before the start of the game, but long story, I was just a little bit late, but I arrived on time. Thank God for the delay. It should be an absolute cracker game. This one, the weather, and we actually had a really good crowd as well. So all the people tuning in, no other game. Hope you
which is why we are getting underway just past 3:20 p.m. on today. We'll go through the starting lineups for both sides, starting with the home side of Playford City. Just the one change from last week's win against West Adelaide. Ben Woolard returns after having been missed since round 20 against West Torrens. Bert Caller and Ethan Allgate drops down to the bench. The rest of the starting 11, as we imagine it: Luke Osby in goal, a back five of Cameron Harris, Ben Woolard, Tyson Harriman, Sean Harvey and Braden French. A midfield of Patrick McGregor, Isaac Mullen, Xavier Pratt, and up front Christos Penendes and Dan Ryan. Of course, we do imagine these formations will change as we see the two captains for both sides in Penendes and Natsiopoulos. 350 matches today for the captain of Playford. A big milestone in a massive match. Our referees for this afternoon: in the middle, Jaden Betterman, who was in charge of their last meeting here back in round 16, where Daniel Atkinson got the only goal that afternoon. Assistant referees Henry Day, Liam Miller, and fourth official Joseph Wojciechowski. For FK Beograd, they too only have one change to the starting 11, with Lorenzo Baselli coming in after missing last week's loss to Adelaide City, and Forobert Neonkuru out of the squad completely. Abu Hussein returning through the bench. The rest of the starting 11: Alex Rusmir continues in goal for the absent Alexander Woodlands. The back four of Marcus Orchard, Cooper Nunn, Marco Toriani and Massimo Falco. In the midfield, Jason Constantopoulos, Brandon Centofanti and Donny Natsiopoulos and Daniel Atkinson, and up front Anthony Trimboli and Lorenzo Baselli. Two very strong teams, of course, due to their positions in the league, but what do we expect, Theo, from this one?
Well, first and foremost, I hope there's goals. Goals for the people watching, goals for the people here, and I think that, look, the conditions are perfect. The pitch is in pretty good condition. After a lot of rain, a lot of interesting weather. But you know, I'm expecting goals. There's absolute quality. You look at Penendes, look at Paddy McGregor taking long bombs. You look at Mullen has a way of always scoring the goal. Look on the other side, you got Constantopoulos, you got Baselli, you got Trimboli. If we don't see goals, I'll be quite disappointed. Might be surprised to see Andoni Natsiopoulos score a goal today. We'll see how we go. Let's have a good win by somebody.
Jaden Betterman, our referee, gets us underway here at Playford. As I mentioned before, the first ever time a First Division final has been hosted here at Ramsey Park. Only a third ever finals game for Playford City in the First Division in total, but already under some early pressure as FK Beograd get forward. The strike on goal into the side netting to start off the match. Within seconds, a first shot goes across.
Yeah, look, he actually got himself in a good position. He would have loved it on his right foot, but he took it on his left, and yeah, Playford have to be really aware.
Now it's Playford's turn through Dan Ryan to try and get themselves forward. Ryan tries to put in the ball through. McGregor looking for the ball across goal, but Rusmi up to the task and able to dive quickly. Chances each way. Yeah,
you know, I've been saying a lot this year. A lot of football games feel like basketball games. It's one way, it's the other way. One way, it's the other way. So let's just hope it continues.
Trimboli with a great touch for Baselli, but he's fouled. Referee deems it to be that case, and a free kick as well. He'll also summon the offender for talking to. Lorenzo Baselli, the second most fouled player in the league on average so far this season.
Wow.
Is Baselli.
Yeah, I was amazed at the stats you came up with and your preparation for this game, and having that stat as well. How do you know that? Well, that's an amazing stat. But he's fouled a lot because he is that good. And sometimes the only way to stop him is to foul him. But, yeah, excellent refereeing there. It's a clear foul. Could have been a yellow after the first or second, after the 20th minute, but, yeah, well done, referee.
Trimboli to Konstantopoulos. Two big game plays, of course, both scoring in the cup final as Konstantopoulos' ball comes in across and will just roll out for the goal kick. Konstantopoulos as well, of course, scoring in there. Australia Cup round of 32 tie alongside Marco Torriani as well.
I was just about to say, the height of the grass can really take it out of you. If you've never played on grass and you played on artificial, although Beograd don't, it can actually take it out of you. In the 80th minute, you can see yourself getting really tired, but...
No foul on Penendez. Rusmi has to come out quickly, and he does do exactly that. Of course, there are two other games going on at the moment in the Women's League with the WNPL WSL playoff between Adelaide City and Morbury Vista currently going on, and the qualifying final in the WNPL between West Adelaide and Salisbury Inter, with Salisbury Inter currently leading 1-0 there. There's both 3 p.m. kickoffs. The other NPL final later on tonight, of course, between Metro Stars and Croydon. That the 3rd v 6th final, hosted at TK Shutter Reserve.
Must also say thank you very much to all the supporters that are out here today supporting both teams. Playford got an excellent home crowd, and Beograd have brought their ultras with them.
Penendez, flag does go up and is adjudged to have been offside. Only one win in their last 5 matches, FK Beograd, and that one being late against Croydon 4-3. Trimboli's brace for only his 2 league goals for this season helped them there. Final 2 matches of the season, losing to both Campbelltown and Adelaide City.
It's surprising because Trimboli can score lots of goals. His assists provide different ways.
Long cross comes in, but hopeful perhaps more than anything, and Rusmi will have an easy one to kick out for himself.
And these finals, sometimes form goes out the window because both teams are actually quite nervous, a bit eager. They want to do the right thing because literally there is no tomorrow. Winner stays on and goes for another week. Whoever loses, well, it's going to be a long preseason.
Late one in on there, and it will be a foul as well, the way of FK Beograd. It's Cameron Harris committing the offence. Of course, whoever does win this match this afternoon won't find out who they're playing out of Adelaide City and Burkalla due to the Metro and Croydon game being played later. Adelaide City will play the lowest ranked winner out of the 2 matches, with Burkalla playing the highest. So they will be left in limbo at least for a few hours. Free kick taken short. Touched upwards, but no other teammate in blue for Beograd, as that one looks over the top for Konstantopoulos. Baselli looking to hit it first time. It's bouncing awkwardly. Ospai, though, very experienced and knows when to time his collection. Yeah,
both goalkeepers not thinking today's weather is worthy of a hat either. Surprising.
I feel like I definitely have seen Luke Ospai at least sport a hat a few times this season, so maybe in the second half, depending on how the sun sets.
Well, that's still from his coach.
Isaac Mullen.
Yeah, I think they've just started to settle down now. So it's a couple of minutes in, I think you'll find. Playford will make their point, being really tough and aggressive. Beograd just want to get in the ball, get lots of touches.
Across the face of goal, easy for a tap-in! Braden French gets the scoring underway. His 4th of the season. And a first ever goal at home in First Division finals for Playford.
Well, they didn't take long to get the home ground advantage. The ball got put across. The number 9 drove, went into it, and then Braden French, doing the right thing as a attacking wing back, was in a really good position and hit it very sweetly and scores a goal. Gets the game underway.
He joins Jeff Gillard from the 1999 final away to Adelaide Croatia Raiders as the only other Playford City / Elizabeth City player to score a goal in a South Australian First Division finals match, does Braden French. Beograd, though, immediately try to look the other way. Toriani.
The beauty about, well, it's not good to be down, but when you concede early, you've actually got a long way to go. So you can just resettle, just go back into your normal structures and just keep on finding those ways. Just get on the ball. I know Beograd, you just got to keep on denying them the ball, but this actually does work for Playford because they like to go from A to B very, very quickly. So they also have to be very aware.
Again, we were looking at the stats pre-game as well. They're not a side that like to keep the ball too much. I'll pause that for the moment as here comes Antoni Natsiopoulos. He will win a corner. Just to finish off on that point very quickly, Playford aren't a side that keep a lot of possession or keep a lot of passes, and even last week they beat West Adelaide with only 38% possession. So, as you said, they get the ball from point A to point B, and it works for them.
Absolutely, and the type of player, you have a Christos Penendez as a 9, he'll score with his foot or with his head quite often. So, and they also have Tavares that can also cause you lots of grief.
Possible option. Off the bench is the Colombian. Hasn't started too many matches, and he will have to make an impact from the dugout once again. But here's a corner for Beograd. The delivery is very much curling. Toriani able to try and hit it. Trimboli on the turn. It's cleared away. Under a bit of pressure there was Ryan, and maybe just booted it a bit too late. Harvey winning that header and does find it out wide to Cameron Harris. Again, there's that long ball looking for McGregor. Their top goal scorer this season, unable to get number 11. They're 2 goal scorers this season, both in Mullen and McGregor, both midfielders for Playford. Isaac Mullins, a few of those coming from penalties, but McGregor's all from open play.
It's actually surprising. I know I have coached Paddy McGregor previously, and I know he does love to shoot and could score from anywhere, clearly. But I think it's the formation that's set up allows your midfielders at Playford to score lots of goals. So, hence, leading goal scorers. Probably they'll want... Christos Penendez would not like that. But as long as his team's winning, as a captain, I'm sure he's happy.
7 goals and 3 assists for Christos Penendez, so 10 goal contributions if you can give him that.
You take that.
Here's Kupanan. Very solid since coming to FK Beograd, returning from the US at centre-back. Had that great partnership with Alex Banjak last year for Toriani's now coming. That's a curling header, which had Luke Osby second-guessing and just had to get a palm to it to prevent it going anyway. Goalwood gets another corner to Beograd.
Yeah, we're just watching the work done here on the left-hand side, and then Anthony Triboli hit a beautiful ball in, and Baselli got the ball onto it, nice header onto it. I think Osby, probably unsighted, probably was going out, but he just made 100% sure. So, expert goalkeeping once again.
Marcus Orchard's corner. Goes short with it. And now all the way back with Brandon Centofanti. He chips the ball into the box. But no teammate in particular, and Playford once again immediately on a counter look to release the ball as quickly as possible through Ben Woolard, but a failed attempt in that instance.
Well, the idea was there. It's clearly the execution, and always is the execution when something goes wrong. But yeah, disappointing there from Beograd. They worked themselves for a corner, and the ball was actually no one went up for the centre Fani cross. So yeah, they're normally really dangerous in set pieces as well. So they want to try and fix that if they possibly can.
Another throw in on the far side. Natsiopoulos has to put his ball back out wide. That's a cross in, looking for any sort of header. Vaselli perhaps the most likely of targets, but Ospai once again getting there first. 4 clean sheets for Luke Ospai this season in the Playford goal at 35 years of age. McGregor. Ryan just trying to slip through the goal scorer previously of Braden French, and that's a goal kick. Well won by Marcus Orchard.
Yeah, surprising there. Cooper Nunn and I think one of his midfielders, I think Andoni, was not too sure about who was actually going to get that ball on. I think Playford saw that, not sure on who's going to win the ball, and they just came in and they pounced. So yeah, a little bit jittery here by Beograd. They don't need to be. There's actually enough quality and enough time to get that ball, keep on playing, get that ball, keep on playing. Position. They'll create enough. Just got to stay patient.
Rusmir's goal kick goes right out for a throw. His now 3rd consecutive start, his 4th match of the season, as that's a misplaced clearance from Toriani, but Penendis' shot isn't that much better. Yeah, Rusmir's previous match prior to these consecutive starts was back in round 5 here, well, at Beograd, I should say, against Playford.
Okay.
Formerly of West Adelaide and Adelaide Victory as well is Alex Rushmere.
Yeah.
Another throw.
I say it's a nice summery winter's day. Surprising.
We're getting to that time of year once again, thankfully. Dispossessed there, a great sliding challenge in there. Wasn't enough to keep it though. Cross comes in from Natsiopoulos. The clearance soft, but enough to get to Harris, but he too loses the ball. That's a shot. Cleared away by Harriman initially. Beograd just trying to apply pressure and launch anything forward as quickly as possible. Konstantopoulos' cross. Header at the back post is misplaced. That time, McGregor's out wide to Harris, trying to chase it down to keep it in. Beograd's throw instead.
Impressive there by Playford. They just got bodies in front of the ball. Did not allow Beograd to have the shot. Even the chase down by Patrick McGregor on Mas Falco to deny him the opportunity to have a long shot. So Playford are aware that Beograd like to have a couple of bombs as well at shot. So just protecting the goalkeeper very well so far. Let's see if they can actually make this this corner a better option. Actually, someone can hopefully get onto it. I've seen them do a couple of things like line up at different places. So they've had 3 different corner set pieces routine so far. Let's see what they do now. Looks like it's an oldie but a goodie.
Nice curl to the corner once again. It's a Playford head through Penendis. Header is there and was bouncing possibly for Atkinson.
Yeah, that should have been 1-0, sorry to say. But yeah, he probably, I'm an armchair critic, I can say that from here. But he probably wasn't aware of, known probably. Yeah. Goals open, just basically headed it straight to the goalkeeper.
Cameron Harris. Xavier Pratt. His ball wayward and rolls out for a throw. This is the RAA NPLSA final series presented by, thank our partner, ServiceFM, official presenting partner of the final series in RAA. Chat to a local who backs you and your team. It's better to be a member with RAA. Just over 15 minutes gone on the One World LED and Sportal scoreboard. 1-0 through French. He himself now with 4 goals and 3 assists across the league. Does win a goal kick, but perhaps a bit lucky.
Extremely lucky, yeah. It's brilliant closing down. I think it was by Daniel Ryan. He just did not. He closed his passing lane down, and then he attacked the right spot. Saw the goalkeeper was a little bit heavy on that touch, and actually nearly won that. So Urushmir had it's going to be a bit more aware there.
That header's brilliantly won by Harriman, and same for Mullen. Baselli now for Beeg with his head. Toriani. They find it on the wing with Lorenzo Baselli. Puts in a low ball across the face of goal. And once again, cleared out for a corner. You said how Playford just get bodies behind. Another stat in which they lead in is interceptions. 45 interceptions per match. They rank first in that stat across the league.
That's a lot about work ethic. So the coach must really put that on the boys and actually talk to them about how important that is. So
another nice curling corner in. Harvey's header initially perhaps put Playford in a spot of bother, but instead it's launched them on a counter-attack. To Xavier Pratt. Penendez dropping deep for the moment to receive the ball. Playford, even without him, still with playing numbers up forward. Natsiopoulos nearly got caught with it, but was quick enough to get rid of it from his feet, and Rushmere giving him the benefit of the doubt, perhaps just relieving a bit of pressure.
Yeah, and I was saying that Beograd have actually worked their way in and created a couple of good opportunities. It's a blueprint going forward. Stay solid defensively and keep on finding those gaps when you can. But Baselli's movement off the ball, he just can create havoc if you actually play him in early and give him time in and around the ball. So
Baselli trying to put through this 3-time national champion in the USA. Here's Lorenzo Baselli with Syracuse and Richland. Of course, won his first trophy here in South Australia with that Federation Cup a few weeks back.
So you've always got to pay attention to the ball. The little boy was walking, not sort of paying attention, and hit his shoulder a couple of centimetres away from his head. So always look at the ball, my son.
French's throw is very long into the box. Big shout to the handball from the home crowd here, but I'm not sure if he was even too aware of the ball, where the ball was.
It was clearly a moment of he had no idea where the ball was. There you go.
And it's a second for Playford. It's a great finish into the bottom corner. And 2-0 at home already. Just less than a quarter of the way through.
Yeah, look, Christos just got another assist. So if you watch him, he actually plays in Isaac Mullen. And Isaac Mullen just hit that perfectly. Just through a... You know, we talked about how Playford get bodies behind and block. That's what Beograd didn't do there. They did everything right, but they just didn't get enough players, and just giving Mullen that much space in the middle of the box. Coach will be looking at that and saying, you know, we're going to mark our players a little bit tighter. Watch those runs coming in as well. So, because yeah, you don't want to give Playford too many more head starts, because they'll you won't get them back.
Isaac Mullen now equaling Patrick McGregor's total of 10 for the season. His first goal since round 14 against Croydon. Isaac Mullen.
I had the pleasure of commentating on one of his games with Mark Talbot at Burks, and by gosh, he scored an absolute cracker that day.
One of the games of the season, that one over at Jack Smith Park, remember that?
3-3.
Unable to be kept in there. Once again, a throw in for Playford on the far side. Goes through quite a few as Pratt's balls come in. French couldn't get the right side of his defender.
I think Beograd look absolutely shocked at the moment. They don't just not tracking their players. It looked like they wanted to play for just looked switched on.
Pratt. Harris. McGregor. Touch back inside from his captain, McGregor. Good save from Rushmere.
They look like a training move then. Paddy gets it, plays it into Fernandez and gets it back and has a shot.
Back from Natsiopoulos. Mullen flicking that header back towards Harvey. Over 350 games in South Australia for Sean Harvey, formerly of Campbelltown City as well. Been at Playford for some time now. Pratt using his body well, the Kiwi. Mullen.
You got a little bit excited there. He actually wasn't balanced when he hit that, but he thought he'd have a crack. You know, what did we want at the start of this game, Mr. O'Neill? We got goals. Probably didn't expect them this early and 2 in a row. But, yeah, let's see if we can get some more. I think just the crowd's a little bit, you know, bit shocked at the moment. 2-0 up, first game ever, finals. Should be the other way, that Playford are a bit nervous, but they're organised. Not to say that Beograd aren't well coached and organised, but today they just look really on.
Foul there, and a free kick. Interestingly enough, another stat for these two. The two most foul-committing side, Beograd with the most yellow cards at 50. Playford, though, in 7th place with 32 yellow cards, but the two most fouling teams in the league against each other today.
Yeah, it could be the... as I'm an orthodox, I do get quite passionate. Maybe I say the wrong thing at the wrong time. Probably gets a yellow card. That's the difference. Playford probably do foul, but they don't. They just be quiet. They don't talk as much.
Ball in at the back post. Rusmir perhaps could have left it. It was back in across the face from Tyson Harriman. Will be a goal kick, but Rushmere making a punch which perhaps wasn't there to make.
He probably should just let it go. Like I said, it's I don't know if the sun could have bothered him there. Like I said, what do I know about goalkeeper or goalkeeper coach? Just look, he was lost. He didn't know where it was. He thought it was going in and sort of punched it, and quite unlucky there for Playford, but that good hustle defence by Beograd to get rid of that. Not cause any more grief.
Trying to chase that one down there was Trimboli.
And that's where Anthony Trimboli would like that ball, where he's got an opportunity 2v1, 1v2, so he can actually cause them some real grief.
When you look at these two sides, season as well, Beograd with a lot more experience across their cup campaign going into the national round as well. Playford not making finals last year. They went out early, somewhat early at least, in the second round of the cup to Sturt Lions here at Ramsay Park. You'd think Beograd by now have some sort of approach to a big game like this, but as of this moment in time, it's hard to see what that is, at least this afternoon.
Look, having big game experience is important, but it's only important if it's a draw or, if it's all even. Those guys have been through these moments. They know these one or two moments can change games. But when you're 2-0 down, then your experience and your football IQ and your coach's tactical knowledge just gets you through.
And two very good and experienced coaches as well between these two sides, in Ben Moore for Playford and
Absolutely.
for Beograd. Ben Moore, NPL from State League 2 back in 2017, or at least since 2017, him joining. The lawyer having been with Beograd over the past few years, and of course delivering that piece of silverware a month or so back for the club.
Yeah, I have come here as an old coach when I was coaching the Vipers as assistant coach, and we had some huge games against Playford, and they were hard to beat back then, and clearly hard to beat now too.
Konstantopoulos, of course, one of their danger men across this season, wins the free kick there, much to the home faithful's dismay. A vocal crowd here they have at Ramsay Park, and have done for a very long time.
Well, let's see what Andoni does here.
Now with Marcus Orchard, Konstantopoulos.
I do like this though. Staying calm, just keeping the ball, moving Playford around left and right.
Natsiopoulos. Orchard. Jason Konstantopoulos. Just a bit of indecision about which way to go, and an interception missed once again there by Cooper Nunn. Penendez with not many options in front of him. And way too nonchalant from the captain there, playing that ball across. Lucky perhaps in that instance that Konstantopoulos his ball wasn't too great either.
That sort of encapsulated everything. Beograd being very, very patient, building the ball up. Just one missed pass, and then Playford flying in the other direction, trying to catch him off the hop. And if Christos had actually played across to the person that initially had given him the ball, they probably could have been on for another third goal, but didn't work out that way. But he doesn't mind. They're still 2-0 up.
Willard First match for him since round 20 against FK Beograd. Been missing the last 2 rounds in the defence. Ethan Allgate having to drop down to the bench in his place. No foul there, says our referee. Mullen.
Going there, Beograd just lost a little bit of shape, and Massa slowly working his way back to his right back position now. Being covered by Harrington, yep, and they're just changing over right now.
Sean Harvey, his ball, the direction just slightly off. Baselli, Beograd go quickly. Atkinson, that ball inside to Trimboli, wasn't too direct. That will bounce out. Will actually be kept in play. Once again, Beograd with possession.
Both Andoni and Centofani, Natsiopoulos and Centofani are just playing as very low defensive and allowing Baselli. There is a gap between the midfield and the forward line. So Baselli's trying to play in that gap, but I think the gap's a little bit too far. Coach may consider possibly changing that triangle in the middle of the midfield, then having possibly 2 10s and playing Brandon as a 6. But he's still got lots of time. I think we're approaching
just past half an hour now. About 15 minutes left of the first half here, which Playford currently on their way to semi-finals for the first time ever. As I mentioned, only the 3rd ever finals match for them in the First Division. Only ever scored 1 goal in those previous 2 outings, so they've already outscored themselves today.
Well, you know, they say playing at home you have to make it count, and they've used their home ground advantage to perfection. I just see they're very solid. I was just watching in the build-up play when Belgrade had the ball out here, and they played for their defensive structure was so many bodies behind the ball.
Home form for Playford this season: 6 wins, 2 draws and 3 losses across 11 matches. 24 goals and 13 goals against here at Ramsey Park for the Patriots. Mullen, fouled by Baselli. Free kick for Playford.
Quite a dangerous position here. Bit too straight, but made it too easy for the goalkeeper right there.
Baselli.
It's a good ball.
On the touch and launching first time. Osby coming quick off his line to clear, and he does do so brilliantly. Of course, the previous meeting between these two here back in round 16, Beograd winning that one 1-0 through Daniel Atkinson. As Orchard's cross comes into the back post, and nobody in blue there to really just touch it in.
No one was tracking the back post. It was actually a good delivery, probably a little bit too heavy, clearly. Went right over Osby's head, probably must have known it was going out. And like you said, no one was attacking that ball. Trimboli had the ball, he beat his play, made him go one way, went the other. Surprised he didn't have a shot there. But yeah, another move that, just just lacks that final touch.
The meeting in round 5 at One Solution Park ended in a 2-2 draw. Abu Hussein scoring within 6 minutes, then McGregor and Babasaki within 2 minutes of each other in the 12th and the 14th. Lorenzo Baselli salvaging a point there in the 50th minute. Even last year in their first 2 meetings back both in the First Division, 1 win each at home. Isaac Mullen scoring in round 6 of last year, and Anthony Trimboli scoring in the first minute of their second meeting at One Solution Park. The 51st ever league meeting for these two in the First Division, their first ever finals encounter in the First Division, but they did actually meet in the State League 1 finals here back in 2020, also a 4th versus 5th final. FK Beograd over at Frank Mitchell Park, 2-0. Carl Phelps and Harley Jepp getting the 2 goals. Only 3 players remaining though. Andoni Natsiopoulos, should they 4, Andoni Natsiopoulos for Beograd, and for Playford, Harriman Kurtz, who's on the bench, and Dan Ryan also playing that afternoon.
French wasn't playing then?
No.
Oh, okay.
Cooper Nunn. Orchard. Konstantopoulos. Score of goals in 2 separate cup finals in 2026 and 2021.
Once again, another good move. Just that ball into the box, trying to hit that target. It's the hardest thing to do in football. It's that final ball. And Beograd finding it quite difficult to break this really tough play for defence. Let's see what happens here.
Lovely ball from Lorenzo Baselli. Back inside of the centre. It's not a decent finish from Orchard, but again, it's another crucial interception which made the ball not find the back of the net. Baselli back with it.
I've been impressed. They just get bodies behind the ball and they make these blocking tackles. You think you're going to have a shot and the just body comes out of nowhere.
Don't forget Football 5's returning at ServiceFM Stadium. Proudly powered by 5AA Always Adelaide. Registrations are open at footballsa.com.au/football5s. Not too long until that gets underway over at the home of football in South Australia at ServiceFM Stadium, and also the Football SA Variety Football Scholarship Program delivered in partnership with Variety SA. Round 1 applications close on the 30th of September 2026. To learn more or apply, please visit the Football South Australia website for more on that one. So we have 5 minutes left in this first half here. French and Mullen, our 2 goal scorers so far.
They settled. They look up a little bit more up for this game. Beograd have created opportunities, but Playford are just eager. Blocking tackles, when they get in dangerous positions, Playford, their work rate just goes up another level.
Konstantopoulos trying to find an angle for himself. It's another huge challenge from Harvey, and again, it's Playford getting their whole body in front of any ball that comes towards Luke Ospey's goal, so he doesn't have to do too much work.
Another block. I want to see the interesting stat. How many blocked shots? I think that I've seen at least 3. I've got 4 eyes. I still would have missed some. But let's have a look. Yeah. Oh, see, it'll be interesting to see this stat.
Natsiopoulos. Inside for Konstantopoulos. Nice ball slipped in, that time looking for Trimboli, but again, it's a big interception. That one right into the back of Natsiopoulos, and he's gone straight to the floor with concerns for the head. And there will be a halt to play.
Is he okay? If he's not okay, get him on the side there. Well done, boys. Get him on the side so he can breathe.
Less than 5 minutes until the half-time break. This match was delayed a little bit initially due to the reserves final between Burkalla and Sturt going all the way to penalties. But overall, so far in this first half is Playford lead 2-0. Theo, overall, your thoughts so far?
Like I said, Beograd have created opportunities, but it's that final ball that's lacked. But what has impressed me probably most was that Playford have structurally, defensively, like you suggested to me at the start of the game, they're defensively very solid. And if you just notice the work rate to block a pass, to block a tackle when they get in the final third, says a lot about what their DNA of the coach is, and that is to block shots, protect the goalkeeper, let's protect his defence, and that all work well together. And so, yeah, it's a little bit disappointing for Beograd. They do have time, and but look, this time I hope Andoni is okay. I think that's called a stretcher. He wouldn't want to go from the stretcher, but I hope he's okay and he can come back on because they do need his drive.
Found out before the match that fellow Swansea City supporter,
wow,
the same as me, there's not many of them. My second favourite now behind my own brother.
You guys have drinks as well?
But certainly do hope that he is all right as the clock does wind down towards half-time. Imagine there might be a bit of a added due to this stoppage. This is the men's RAA NPLSA final series presented by ServiceFM. We thank our partner, ServiceFM, official presenting partner of the final series, and also RAA. Chat to a local who backs you and your team. It's better to be a member with RAA. As we do see Andoni Natsiopoulos make his way off, and it does seem that there will be a change for him.
It's incredibly bad luck. He's such a warrior. Any coach would like to have a player like that in their team, in their squad. I hope he's okay, but I don't think he's coming back on the park. He's being replaced now. I think it's Peter Palacios, I think. I didn't see his number, but...
An unlucky player in general, really. Has had quite a few injuries over the past few years. Missed that semi-final against Adelaide Croatia Raiders in the Cup last year. And had himself in good nick for the second half of the season. Unfortunately, it's an injury that there's not really too much that he could have helped with it.
I think he just copped right in the face.
I think it was the back of his head, actually.
Or the back of the head, yeah. But at that speed, when someone has a shot at, So hope he can recover. Hope hasn't got any concussion symptoms, and hope he can get back on the park pretty soon. I hope for his club that they can find a couple goals and have the Andoni spirit for the rest of this game.
Palacios was the one to come on in midfield. There's a shot on goal. There might be a tap-in for Trimboli. Still trying to find the follow-up. And it's another amazing block. That time from Tyson Harriman. We've said it so many times this half, but even with inches to go, somebody from Playford able to get in the way and not let it go past.
I am actually dumbfounded. How did that ball not go in? That is extreme work ethic.
Playford come up the other way, right across the face of goal, perhaps for McGregor. Flies past him instead.
I think Trimmers think he second-guessed himself, and he just second-guessed himself, and I'm thinking, what's going on here? And then he just didn't put the ball the back of the net. His coach would be thinking, you've got the whole goal, just kick the ball in, but he's just trying to get it under control, trying to hit it right in. Just waited that fraction too long, and that's unbelievable defence. The coach was so happy with that. That is hard work. That's what that is.
Once again, bodies put on the line, quite literally in that instance on the line. in order to keep a clean sheet. Here comes their corner, though. Comes into the near post. Rusmir just spilling in the first instance, but does find his hands eventually. Into added time, where I would imagine, I think the stoppage was about at the 40th, so we'd go to about 50 minutes, I would guess, at least, on top of whatever other stoppage time there would have already been on top. Beograd, perhaps for them to try and get one back before half-time. Interestingly enough as well, there is a pattern with these fourth versus fifth finals that have happened over the past few years. It's been alternating in terms of whether the home or away team won. So in 2020, Croydon is the home team won. 2021, Sturt is the away team won on penalties. 2022, Metro is the home team won. 2023 away, Modbury won. Adelaide City at home in 24, Adelaide United away in 25. And this year at the moment looks to have been
the home team.
Correct alternation once again, at least as it stands. And also the past 4 of this exact fixture have ended in a 2-1 scoreline.
Okay. Well, our prediction for goals has been right so far. So we've got that one right. So it's you always say a home team, you always predict them to win when they're playing at home. But Beograd have so much quality. This goal could steer them on. Should have probably just played that ball over the top there.
It's a nice ball, but Ryan was offside.
Yeah, I actually wouldn't mind to the coaching fraternity. They have a fourth official, probably letting the crowd know how long we've got left. But they would need to have a board or something. I know that's a bit more high tech, but they could steal one of the numbers from the scoreboard. I'm sure 3, 4, 5, and 6 aren't being used at the moment, so
possibly about a minute and a half left at least, due to the unfortunate injury to Andoni Natsiopoulos. Mullen looking for Braden French, has to be cleared away by Orchard as he was under pressure. Will be enough to be kept in though. Sliding in there was Orchard. Will be a throw-in.
These set pieces are very, very dangerous as well for Beograd. You do not, as a coach, you do not want to concede in the last couple of minutes of a half, and you don't want to, you know, Ben Moore 2-0. I hate that scoreline. You don't want to go and concede either, but it's great scoring.
Long throw into the box. Baselli's clearance. Looked like he was going over the top of his own body for that one. Woolard. Late challenge in there. No foul though. McGregor was. And Baselli just asking a few questions of Jaden Betterman.
It's a clear foul. I think Baselli was saying, yeah, how long till half-time? It's half-time now, clearly. I need a drink break. Please, Jaden, I need a drink. I want to check in my mate, Andoni.
Does have a tendency at times to talk himself into the book, Lorenzo Baselli. 8 yellow cards across this season for the Italian.
Yeah, it's that passionate approach to football. Hearts on the sleeve.
Playford's free kick, maybe a last of the half, but that goes into the behind netting, and we stop for the break as Playford lead 2-0 at home for the first time in a home final in the First Division. Braden French and Isaac Mullen with the 2 goals so far, and overall it has been Playford's match.
Yeah, well, it has. But even though, look, Beograd should have scored, didn't, but they'll come back. Listen to the coach's word. You've got a full 45 minutes plus added time. Let's see what happens in the second half.
Absolutely. Plenty more to come here, of course. Don't forget the other RAA Men's NPLSA finals match later on tonight between Metro and Croydon is at 7 p.m. Do not miss that one as well. We're going to have to a short break here at Ramsey Park. Playford City 2, FK Beograd 0.
First touches, first goals, first big moments. This is where football comes back to being football. Fast, technical, unpredictable, and always fun. Football Fives is built for players who still love the game, but play it their way. More touches, more movement, more moments that actually matter. Whether you're fitness, chasing wins, or just chasing that feeling of playing again, this is where your game fits. Different divisions, different levels, one shared love of football. Football Fives, football that works around life, not the other way around.
Introducing Carl's Jr. Star Boxes for taste and value that's out of this world. Choose a tasty ranch, original, Santa Fe or barbecue double cheeseburger and grab a small fries, all for only $6.95. Carl's Jr. Eat like you mean it.
I just want to make an impact.
Hop in.
Where are we going?
There are so many career paths with SAPOL, from operations to CSI. You could walk the beat or work somewhere a little quieter. If you want to make a difference, there's a career at SAPOL for you.
Hey, it's going to be all right.
Call up the search.
Find where you belong in blue. Search SAPOL Careers.
For over 25 years, HPG Homes have been helping South Australians build and own their dream home. Whether it's a house and land package, custom build or development, our HPG fixed price guarantee ensures no nasty surprises or price changes along the way. We're committed to quality, affordability and creating a way of life for you and your family. Fixed price turnkey. It's gotta be HPG. HPG Homes.
At ServiceFM, we know every workplace is different. Every challenge is unique. That's why we personalise our services to our customers' different needs across different industries. From medical to mining and manufacturing, hospitality to healthcare, commercial to defence. So when you need to create a better work environment, you need ServiceFM. Proud partner with Football South Australia.
Hits it, and what a hit it is, and that makes it 4-1. He unleashes with his left. But he's through on goal, he's struggled to the far side. And Olympic have broken the deadlock. It's Minson Park, threads it through. Satira's there, he's got a first chance at it, blocked, second chance at it. Great stop there by Oxenham, it's broken to Moss. And that's a fine goal to open the scoring for Arby Mollis. Now, just outside the box, faces Van der Hout. He's with his left. Swings the shot in. Oh, that's a cracker. Passing it, John scores a banger.
For an injury on the weekend, our walk-in sports injury clinic is open Saturdays and Sundays to support you. Located ground floor, Calvary Adelaide Hospital, Wakefield Sports and Exercise Medicine Clinic is keeping you moving.
I love refereeing because it's a challenge, you know, to go out to try and get the right decision, manage some of the egos or the personalities, knowing that you've got all these different types of people at play. And it's actually been a good life school as well. I started refereeing junior games on the Sunday. I was playing in senior football on the Saturday, so I felt like, you know, making some money. I think I was a decent player back then. You know, I could have stayed around and played senior football in NPL, but I decided to go refereeing, and I've gotten the National League much quicker than if I was as a player. Probably wouldn't have made it as a player, to be honest. Just kind of never looked back and was happy to progress. But I think people should try refereeing. I think it's a great tool to realise, you know, how you can also contribute to part of the game. There's pathways. Definitely it can be a rewarding career.
Adelaide wakes up with 5AA, David Penberthy and Will Goodings. Tom Wren for sport. Jay Drobran on the scene as it happens. Jess Adamson with the news that matters to Adelaide. Breakfast with David and Will, bringing together the names you trust with everything you need to know to start your day. Always live, always local, and only on 5AA. Always Adelaide.
Whether it's a house and land package, custom build or development, our HPG fixed price guarantee ensures no nasty surprises or price changes along the way. Fixed price turnkey. It's got to be HPG.
We are unbelievably proud to announce today a partnership with Variety, the children's charity, which will result in a scholarship fund for children within the state who are in need of help to participate in the game. The total amount of the fund is going to be $100,000, which is a significant amount, but it's going to support young children access football in the state.
One of the many trademarks that Variety has really is about inclusion and joy and community. And this scholarship partnership speaks to all of that. It allows children to be involved. It allows children from a community program to be involved across all communities, and above all, will provide them with a great sense of joy.
There'll be 3 tiers of scholarships. One of those is a participation scholarship up to $2,000. There will be 2 grants provided for pathway program players up to $5,000, and tier 3 will be an inclusion scholarship between $500 and $1,000 to support young kids under the age of 18 whose families need support to access the game. We think it's a really important project that we've been working on for a period of time. Variety are an amazing charity. They provide so much support to the local community. The partnership's been made, you know, with Variety and Football South Australia contributing equally to the fund to the tune of a total amount of $100,000. We think it's an exciting development for the game in the state, and it's with great pride that we announce that today.
This is where it starts. First touches, first goals, first big moments. where confidence grows, where skills get sharper, where friends become teammates, and teammates become mates for life. Football Fives is fast, it's fun, and it's built for players who just want to play. More touches, more chances, more moments to try, learn, and go again. Here, every player is part of the game. Every pass matters. Every goal feels big. Whether you're starting out, building confidence, or just love being on the ball, Football Fives is your game. Football Fives. Play more, learn faster, love the game.
Welcome back to the second half here of this elimination final of the RAA NPLSA final series presented by ServiceFM. 2-0 to Playford against FK Beograd here at home. Braden French and Isaac Mullen with the 2 goals as we stopped for a head injury. And Theo Milonis, what should we expect from the second half?
Well, let's hope he hasn't got another concussion. He just did cop the ball. He went to get up really, really quickly. This is Cooper Nunn we're talking about. And, he sort of staggered and all the boys just rang. I'm expecting... Well, the history says that this score is always about 2-1. So I'd like at least another goal or 2. Preferably 2 goals to Beograd so that this end of the season doesn't happen straight away for them. But they just need that, I hope the coaches change something because, Playford, they're going to find it difficult to break this Playford down. 45 minutes to go. What do you think?
Well, I mean, we saw in the first half, it was a story of Playford not letting absolutely anything through their back line. And I would hesitate to guess that it would be a lot more of the same. It's just whether or not FK Beograd can take advantage of any one given moment that there might be a lapse in concentration. But with the way Playford are currently going, they seem so focused and just so sharp this afternoon.
Yeah, they just seem in that final third, the amount of chasing, the second efforts, the third efforts, the blocked shots, blocked passes, blocked closing lanes down. They just go to another level in that final third. So, it's going to be difficult for Beograd. They've clearly got the quality, though.
Playford, of course, now going from left to right, and Luke Ospai now deciding to opt for the cap as he looks into the sun. Playford, though, they look towards goal. That's a shot. It's a nice one! What a finish! Dan Ryan with a curler into the top corner. Instead of the punt, opting for the drive. And makes it 3-0 just after half-time.
That was an absolute cracker. They gave him too much space. Hit it with his left foot and hit an absolute top bin. And as you suggested, he went for the driver, not for the putter. And he hit that beautifully into the top goalkeeper's right-hand corner. Hopefully Cooper Nunn can come back on because they just did that against 10 men. I think Playford look up and ready to go. Beograd look a little bit despondent at the moment. Just looking around who's doing what. I think Cooper Nunn may not be coming back on, unfortunately. Second concussion.
Arguably could not have been a worse start to a second half for Beograd, losing a man and going down another goal. 3-0 Playford at home, and all but really look to be going into the semi-finals unless there is some sort of comeback from Beograd. We saw in this same match last year, FK Beograd, they played against 9 Adelaide United players for the last half an hour, and they couldn't break that down either.
Look, when you're playing against 10, it's 11 against 10, it's always a little bit harder. 3 goals up. Playford not going to be changing any shape or structure at all. They're just going to say, you know what, you guys can keep on coming back at us because we're going to fly back the other way right in your face. So, I fear for...
Penendis header. McGregor trying to hit it first time on the half volley.
I do fear for Beograd because they're just going to get that other player on. I think they're going to make a couple of changes at the moment.
Looks like a triple change, or either triple or a double change, I think. I think it might be a double.
Yeah. Get a double-double.
Of course, they do have the liberty of having a slightly larger bench in the final series as well. 7 players in the final series.
And it just highlights that, when Beograd could have made it 2-1 and they didn't, and then literally within the first couple of minutes...
There's Allgate. He seems to have come on at half-time. A great punch from Rusmir as Dan Ryan was looking to threaten that corner again. That one was destined for the side netting, if not for Rusmir's hand.
It was a perfect view of that one.
Allgate looking to receive once again. Started last week against West Adelaide, has had to come on from the bench. Had started 21 of their now 23 matches this season. As the substitutions will be made, Harrington and Abu Hussein both to come on. Daniel Atkinson to make way. Unfortunately for him, hasn't actually scored a goal since the cup final. Daniel Atkinson.
I think coach will be changing shape now for sure. At least playing Trimboli and Hussein up top.
Ryan once again looking for the curler.
What shape? I'll tell you in a couple of moments once we go forward.
Regardless of whether it be Burkalla or Adelaide City, who, again, we're speaking prospectively with Playford in a 3-0 lead. Playford looks scary at the moment, regardless of either if it's City or Burkalla to face them. But here's Beograd with a chance. Konstantopoulos putting into the centre, and it's blocked by their own player. Falco, his cross is a failed attempt. Penendez.
You know you're having a tough day when you have a shot at goals in your own player.
Ryan, very much onside. Just getting options in now. Dan Ryan with a cross, first time! A good enough save initially by Rusmir. Needed a hand from Harrington to give it as the corner. But once again, under so much pressure.
Amazing. Very good. We wanted to see a contest, but not a one-way contest. Because that's what it is, scoring goals.
Their last final series, a very successful one. Of course, they finished second in the State League 1, were promoted and won the grand final against first place Burkalla. This cross comes into the back post. The header is over the net and the bar. They had two matches, Playford, where effectively they almost decided the title in losing to Beograd, losing to Burkalla 1-0, and then Adelaide City also 1-0.
Look, I think anyone that's coming up against Playford next week, they know that defensively they're very solid. They know they'll be hard-working, grafting, and extremely well organised. So they're not going to look forward to playing any of them, but, you know, Adelaide City coming top, both squads having the week off. I know Bergs were looking for a week off to regenerate.
Well, I saw that Adelaide City actually played a friendly last night against Modbury Jets. I imagine just to sort of keep sharp for the next few weeks. Of course, with a championship campaign as well on the horizon across the country.
Yeah, it's all about the numbers, how many numbers you can get into your boys. But sometimes at the end of a season, getting these injuries, giving some time.
And even as we do head to these late stages of this match in the second half, even just looking at the two benches, Playford with so much depth as that ball just gets really stuck in a muddle until finally it's able to be gotten rid of. It's a late challenge in there from Allgate, and it will be a booking, a first of the match, I believe, as well.
That was very late. It was definitely a yellow card. Definitely a yellow ticket. Quite late. Referee was there watching the whole thing, so...
Playford still with the likes of Tabares and Babasaki. They're two foreign players to possibly bring in off the bench. Still awaiting to come on it. Again, a testament to the depth that this Playford side does have. Beograd, though, not to count them out, I guess, with the way we're speaking at the moment, but they do come forward here. Chipped in. Once again, across the face of goal, but cleared away.
And we're speaking now as if, you know, we know exactly what's going to happen. We're fortune tellers, but through this whole game, we've just seen them create opportunities. But
Falco's crossed in at the back post. No connection there.
No, but just that lack of... That's that final touch. It's just so difficult, you know. In terms of quality, they've got it. Players clearly on the ball now. But if they're going to do a comeback, they probably got to do it sooner rather than later.
Approaching the hour mark as Patrick McGregor comes forward. The former Adelaide United and Modbury Jets player most recently. That cross has reached it all the way past. Dan Ryan once again looking for that curling effort. What he does best.
Christos is saying, okay, why don't you pass it to me? And Dan Ryan said, well, I wanted to have another golf shot. I was thinking of the golf tomorrow.
Blue Eagles going to kick off in the other State League 1 elimination final in about 15 or so minutes' time in the WNPL WSL playoff. Adelaide City with 7 minutes to go, leading 3-1 against Modbury Vista, and possibly for the first time ever, we could see two WSL sides get promoted into the WNPL. And in the other WNPL final series match, West Adelaide 1-0 down to a 10-player Salisbury Inter with about 5 minutes left to go. So plenty of huge results between those two alone.
Yeah, I'm staying silent on what I want that just seeing a player walk past the box. They wish they had Maksim Ivanic on some of the end of their goals today. Seem to find lots of goals today, this year, Maksim Ivanic. So
14 goals and 6 assists. Maksim Ivanic got him and Riley Stam for West Adelaide. A lethal combination, of course, both joining across from FK Beograd, where it just didn't seem to work out between the two of them there. But together, they've been formidable for the Hellas.
Yeah, I think the coaches changed their shape and structure the way these boys wanted to play.
Penendez just falling on the turf. Referee Jaden Benjamin quick to wave it off, but Penendez back with the ball at his feet. And once again, they keep looking for the top corners here against Alex Rushmere.
Well, they're playing in finals, so everything has to be top bin. So, yeah, there you go. Christos wanting to get in after an assist in the first half to Mullen. He wants to get one on the back of the net. That's interesting to say that about Maksim and Riley.
And it goes on forward, but for a throw as we tick just about past the hour mark here at Ramsey Park. Two clubs, both with history-making years. It seems like there's more to write in the book, though, for Playford. for 2026 with this result as it stands.
Yes, there is, but you know, if it stays as is and Beograd, unfortunate, lose today, they'll be very happy with their efforts this year. I mean, qualify for the national stage through the win against Cumberland, get some silverware this year. Lots to build on.
Ryan trying to touch it on, perhaps for Allgate, a fortunate deflection, perhaps just back towards goal. Even when they're not trying, they're getting shots towards goal. Allgate. His cross into the near post. It's missed by all involved apart from Orchard at the back post. Trimboli. Now famously with that brace in the cup final, which did win them the game in the end. But even again, in a big game such as that, they did go down twice against Cumberland United. Players down, Cumberland United as well.
Yeah, like 9 players, I think Cumberland had at one stage as well.
Right at the end, yeah.
Yeah, it's just sometimes in football you try everything possible and the luck is just not there. Maybe they've used all their lucky tickets in the lead up to today. Football sometimes has a way of working itself out and equalising itself, but unfortunately they haven't had the luck so far today. I think they've worked hard. You can't deny a team that they haven't worked. It's just that polish, as I keep on mentioning.
Mullen. Dan Ryan all the way up against Torriani, and that's a big challenge, a good one at that too from the Italian defender.
Yeah, Penendez was lurking. He's very eager to get onto that score sheet today.
51st ever First Division League meeting between these two sides. 17 wins for Playford, 11 draws, 22 losses. Of course, then 22 wins going the way of FK Beograd. The first ever time meeting in finals in a First Division. Also a highest ever finish in the First Division for Playford. Before this year, they'd finish 5th on 5 different occasions across the 70s, once in the 80s and the late 90s, including 2002, 1999, 2002. There were only other 2 previous finals matches in which they both lost away to Adelaide Croatia Raiders in their 2 previous finals matches. So I'm sure they're happy now, 24 years later, to not have to play Croatia Raiders again in a finals match. Here comes Palacis, perhaps a bit quiet since coming on as he puts his ball in. Finds it, Konstantopoulos trying to find it on a turn, and once again off the line. It's genuinely unbelievable at this point. There's players down, but there's some sort of force field around any goal that Luke Osby is occupying.
Yeah, there's a bit of a collision there between the 2 players. How did that ball not go in? I'm utterly... I think, you know, sometimes you play these games on your phone and they put up a brick wall when you're playing against a team so you can't score. I seriously think Osby has literally put a brick wall, an invisible brick wall, because literally everything Belgrade have done today is just have not gone in. How did that not go in? Just extreme men behind the ball, blocking off the line.
And again, you think about it, that's 2 chances now we've seen which have been blocked off the line. This game at 3-2, we have a completely different kind of discussion as to what we've been having for the past hour or so.
Correct, yeah. Like I said, Beograd could have scored and made it 2-1 at half-time. They would have come up, you know, they would have been a bit happy, know they're only 1 goal behind. So what do Playford do? They come up, they're really alert, bang, they score an early goal.
Yeah.
And just take all their wind away, you know. It's really difficult sometimes in football. Sometimes coaches are absolutely sitting on bemused and they're thinking, what is going on? What have I done in... Probably got to go to church and light some more candles. But it's just unfortunate. It's just the way it is. And we have a ball that bounces in a normal fashion, you know. The other odd-shaped ball, you don't know what it does. But in our game, sometimes it's just that ball does not go in. And there's actually no answers why it does not go in, apart from hard work and luck. just approaching the fourth minute of added time in the game between Salisbury and West Adelaide, and it's still 1-0 to Salisbury Inter.
Wow. Just checking that playoff game as well. Actually seems the score's been corrected to 2-1 Adelaide City, but Adelaide City look to be on their way as a promoted side. So we have this pause in play here. We thank RAA. Chat to a local who backs you and your team. It's better to be a member with RAA. And we thank our partner, ServiceFM, official presenting partner of the final series. Don't forget as well, Football Fives returning to ServiceFM Stadium. Not too far away now. Five-a-side pitches, smaller goals, 20-minute halves. Great for all fitness levels. Proudly powered by 5AA. Always Adelaide. Registrations open at footballsa.com.au/Football Fives. And a reminder as well, the applications are open for the Football SA Variety Football Scholarship Program, delivered in partnership with Variety SA. Round 1 applications close on 30 December 2026. To learn more or apply, visit the Football South Australia website. A lengthy stoppage here for Luke Osby. They do have Elijah Walters on the bench as their reserve goalkeeper, 16 years of age, yet to play a senior match. Luca Maggetto out. Would be a big game if they do have to make that change for the young goalkeeper.
Well, look, they're 3-0 up. The goalkeeper of Osby's qualities is huge. Do you risk him getting worse, or do you leave him on?
Just as he's gone back to the floor as well.
I think we'll see a change. I think coaches currently having a chat to French on the sideline about what they could possibly do.
Walters is going through the warm-up as well.
I think we could see a change here. Well, Beograd have had 2 forced changes. This could be the first forced one for Playford.
Osby perhaps seems like he's going to continue on. But again, now at least you'd think the coaching staff maybe would be in a mind frame thinking for the next 2 weeks across the 2 legs against either Burkalla or Adelaide City. Osby looks to be okay to continue. Walters still going through the warm-ups just in case, but we'll see how Osby goes from his first kick, and there seems to be no more issue.
He's hiding it very well. He's still in a bit of pain, you can tell he is, but
made his senior debut with Adelaide City back in 2008.
Goalkeeper to goalkeeper, coach to goalkeeper.
Yes.
Bit of sign language, bit of mental telepathy. What is going on? Tell me what your body's doing. What do you need me to do?
Won by Harriman.
I think Playford, clearly, they've got their foot on the pedal, though. Don't want to give Beograd any chance or any glimmer of hope of changing a goalkeeper. Just want to keep Osby on, so.
Flicked over, but Toriani clearing himself. Pratt doing the same with a flicked on header. Mullen looking for Penendis. Centofanti going across field now with Massimo Falco. 20 minutes left. Giuselli was caught inside of about 3 Playford players, but managed to wriggle the pass out of him. Falco again. And it's another period in which Beograd are controlling possession and passing. But it's when it comes to that final third is what matters, and as of yet, nothing having clicked. And again, it plays into Playford's hands. We've spoken many times already about the fact that Playford on a team that really keep a lot of the ball. As Beograd get forward here, looking for the bottom corner off the post, and cleared away from Harvey for a corner.
That was an excellent move that Marcus Orchard, an excellent run. Jason saw that the defence sort of opened up for a bit and went 1v1 and had a shot from outside the box, off the post. The magical question that I should have asked you is, do you think anyone's going to score past Playford today? Not if they're going to lose.
It's certainly a real question. Let's see if this corner can change that. Ospai gets it with his hands. Perhaps the good sign for FK Beograd.
Here we go.
The last half an hour of matches have been their worst conceding time, as here comes Anthony Trimboli. Ospai once again, undoubtedly player of the match. I think just an unbelievable performance from the goalkeeper this afternoon.
Seriously, yes, Ospai has been good, clearly. But, you know, that whole back line, do you begrudge any of them?
Yeah, true.
Especially the 3 centre-backs. But then, how many, like, blocks off the goal, you know, the second efforts, the third efforts are, you know, good luck trying to do a 3-2-1 today, Mr. O'Neill, because it's really, you know, Beograd have done everything except score, literally.
Yeah.
They've created enough opportunities, if you think about it, to win at least 2 games. But it's been cleared off the line, off the post, 1v1, last-ditch tackle, great save by the goalkeeper. He's been way busier, probably. There's a force field. I hope that Playford have that force field all the way through the finals. If they do, everyone else is in trouble. But unfortunately, force fields don't last long. Unless you're a superhero. How did this get to this discussion?
Does seem that there will be changes for Playford as Harriman makes his way back to his feet, although does so gingerly.
And we're not on set of a Marvel movie, by the way, as a train just gently goes past.
Looks like it'll be Tabarez and Kurtz coming on for Playford. Very handy subs late on. Perhaps not the goal-scoring return that Santiago Tabarez would have wanted this season. The 2 goals and 2 assists for the Colombian. Joined the club in their promotion season of 2024. Quite a number of these players have been through the very long Playford journey from the 3rd tier now to the 1st tier. That one goes over the main stand and onto the roof.
That's a fine. Whenever you kick and lose a home ball, there's got to be a fine. Isaac Mullen. You won't like me saying that. Sorry, Isaac.
Out goes throat. Hussein. On for Baselli. A late chance perhaps as Baselli puts in a ball across. Hussein, edge of the box. Orchard! I think that once again was a clearance from their own player.
It was. Trimboli.
Saw the stats there just a moment ago. 14 shots, 6 on target, 5 and 2 for Beograd. Plenty of chances for both sides. At the moment, Playford's just the ones that are counting.
Yeah, I'm just sitting here. I feel for Beograd's coach because, like, he's changed shape, he's changed things, he's changed personnel, he's been forced to make a couple of substitutions.
There's not really much more they can do other than just get luckier, really.
How do you coach that? Yeah, sometimes it's one of those coaching days are frustrating. You put it on a post-it note. This game, you write it, you do your analysis of it, and there's not many more things you can possibly do.
Don't forget, of course, the football not stopping. Fulham versus Blue Eagles having just kicked off in a State League 1 elimination final over at West Beach. Metro Stars versus Croydon at 7, as that's a lovely touch from Tabarez. Tabarez, again, looking to curl it. Ethan Allgate on for a strike. Still going with the challenges, Allgate. Baselli now trying to launch forward. Hussein's the only runner in front, and he'll have to be chased down by Ben Woolard. Perhaps a telegraphed challenge that was there, Woolard, and Abu Hussein quick enough to be able to jump it. Falco. Konstantopoulos. Back out wide with Abu Hussein. Baselli. Too easy for Ospite. Playford, a relatively tall team as well. When you look over the field of white shirts. They're a team that do like to cross a fair bit themselves.
And they're two leading goal scorer. Who are they? Probably the shortest ones.
All game. Here's a cross out.
So yeah, their centre backs are quite high, quite tall. I said delivery has to be spot on, and people watching this game at home, the coaches, whoever, it's either Stav Jalekis, he would rip this open and have a look, and you know, Playford do give you opportunities, but you can actually see that they get those block tackles, they get those block shots. They had their luck today, you know. Has their luck going to evaporate, or is it going to continue? Hopefully for Playford it continues.
Have Playford used up all their luck this afternoon for their possible upcoming games? It's a very exciting final series nonetheless, I'm sure. Tabarez with the spectacular Rusmir again. I'll tell you what, he's been under plenty of pressure, and there have been moments where perhaps things have been too orthodox, but that was a good stop from Alex Rushmere.
Grace, what a backflip. It was brilliant. Just, I don't know. I wish I could hide that level of athleticism. Yeah, my hamstrings wouldn't have allowed that. But no, once that look, Rusmir has made a couple of mistakes today, but he'll look at it. Every opportunity is a growing opportunity. When you lose, you just have to look at what you've done wrong and try not to make it. But he's actually kept on going well. Beograd are actually trying. They're all trying, but I'm just saying, you know, that sometimes you go through patches where things just don't go right. You just got to keep on going and keep on doing the right thing, and you know, things will turn.
No foul from Falco on McGregor. As it stands, it does look like it'll be a second year in a row where FK Beograd go out in an elimination final. They returned to the First Division final series for the first time last year, for the first time since 2004, where they went out to Adelaide Olympic in a semi-final away from home. Returned to the NPL a few years ago, missing out on finals, made it last year. But again, went out to Adelaide United, who again had 9 players that night as it ended. Here's Xavier Pratt. His strike is blocked. Here's Pratt again! Unable to find the bottom left. And Beograd with a change.
Could be their luck starting to change. They're just creating opportunities now. I think Beograd look like they're sort of going through the motions, trying to create something, but, you know, devoid of all confidence at the moment. They look like it. Another change for Beograd. I think it's Zach Kosic.
17th match of the season for Zach Kosic. One start, which was in round 13 against Metro. Junior of the Cove. Update as well over in State League 1. Blue Eagles 1-0 up away from home at West Beach against Fulham United. That another 4th versus 5th final. The 3rd versus 6th having been played last night between Adelaide Olympic and Adelaide Atletico. Olympic coming out 3-1 winners last night. Atletico unable to continue the fairy tale.
What a great year it's been for them, though. Get promoted and make the finals.
It's a nice ball through. If they can find one more to poke Toriani, he's having none of it.
Let's just hope he hasn't killed any koalas up there.
Will be a throw for Playford.
If you also sit back and reflect, if it result stays as is, as highly likely it will at this current moment in time, just with the analysis that you provided and the work that you did behind the scenes and having a look at everyone, this Beograd squad is actually very young, and they do have a lot to look forward to. Bet a lot of young players this year, and they'll do well for the future, I believe.
Baselli. Palacios tries to put a cross in. He'll get a second go at it. Headed away. I'm not sure if the exact stat, but I believe that this Beograd side are the second youngest in the league behind Adelaide United. Even if that's not exactly correct, they are still one of the youngest. I know that for a fact across the league.
Well, clearly you're not going to get younger than Adelaide United. They've got 15 and 16-year-olds and playing the elite of the state, doing a great job in that program. So, but, you know, I think Beograd, great. Although the season might end up disappointingly, a lot to look forward to. A real lot.
McGregor. Penendis. Update in that WMPL WSL playoff game as well. Adelaide City 2-1 winners in 90 minutes, meaning the WSL side wins that playoff for the first time ever. And we also see a double relegation / double promotion for the first time ever in the WNPL.
Well, you know, the people that are making those decisions for the first time, they've got it right. Because it gives that team an opportunity and just, you know, creates a bit of excitement. I know Vista have been through this. I know Diaz will be hurting with his girls.
Trimboli on the run down the right. Once again, the ball in is blocked. Will be a corner.
Yeah, Diaz will be hurting with Vista girls as with Flinders going down, but congratulations to Sturt, firstly, getting automatically promoted, and well done to Adelaide City on the big win today.
Orchard. Baselli. Hussein takes a nice touch inside of Allgate. Hussein putting it across the box. Can't even see where the ball is, but it is Luke Osby in the end, as the crowd can tell.
Even the Beograd supporters know, they just looked away because they knew that wasn't going to be a goal.
Gets past one. Still goes forward. They could look for a fourth and final goal here. It's across the box. The tap in from Pratt was blocked. by some sort of limb. I'm not sure which one, but...
Doesn't matter. Could have been the gluteus maximus.
Allgate to take this story for the final 5 minutes of this home Playford final. Xavier Pratt, Christos Penendis, another great save from Rusty.
He's been very busy this half and made some really good saves as well. Apart from conceding that early goal, which was a top in. Could be a Carl's Junior special. We're still doing Carl's Junior specials, yep.
Beograd as well, if they had just won either their matches against Campbelltown or Adelaide City in the finals 2 rounds, we'd be at Frank Mitchell Park with this exact same game right now. Such a tight season across the board, really, as that shot goes over. The top 3 separated by only about 4 points. Then 4 to 10th, really. Only 10 points between those. Adelaide United, Campbelltown, Sturt Lions, even all in contention, really, on the final day, possibly for finals. Up until, really, round 20. Everyone from 1st to 10th was in contention for finals. Same as State League 1, how tight that was this season. That really going down to the final day, as we saw with that match with Croatia and Adelaide Olympic.
Yeah, the Playford just made 2 subs. I'm not too sure exactly who they are exactly, but I think McGregor's come off and Penendez.
McGregor in match 350 makes way as Shota Babasaki comes on. Had a brilliant start to Babasaki's one, and a goal against Croatia, scoring in their round 5 meeting against FK Beograd, but that was his last league goal. He scored in the Cup the week after against Sturt, but since then, Shota Babasaki.
Probably the reason why coach has had him on the bench. Can come off the bench and actually impact. But look, they've got a very deep squad, a good squad. You make. Look, let's just sit back for a second and stop and have football. We do have.
Here is Shota Babasaki, unable to. Xavier Pratt, wide of the target. Goes the Kiwi.
We got a great NPL. We've got an excellent Adelaide United youth team that's doing very well. Got a lot of those players that have come from the program, from Football SA, as well as the local clubs. Then you chuck in an excellent SL1, a brilliant SL2, North and South, and you know we are very quite fortunate to have what we have. Sometimes we forget that. And great men who, either fortunate or unfortunate, makes the competition what it is. I'm a bit of a traditionalist. I do believe whoever comes top is the best, but
Hussein, first time. Far too easy for Luke Osby.
But as Paul mentioned to me, the other commentator, Theo, you live in Australia, buddy. If you like the other system, go live somewhere else.
I think you and David Grant would get along quite nicely. Minute left of regular time. Playford with a 1.5 foot into the semi-final, of which they'll find out who they play after the result of Metro Stars in just under 2 hours.
I think they've got more than a 1.5 foot. I reckon they've got both feet, head, tail.
Here they come again. Tabarez. That's an easy one for the referee. The foul and the yellow card.
Yeah, it was clearly a foul. It was clearly a yellow card. Once again, excellent positioning. I feel sorry for the referee because they have to run around for the whole game and never touch the ball and be within 5 metres of it to make the decisions.
Must be tempting at least once, you'd think.
I don't think I'll ever do that as a referee, though, because I don't want to have a shot or something. Pass me the ball. So, no.
Free kick for Playford. There is 3 currently over it. Kurtz, Woolard and Mullen, but it will be Ben Woolard to take as we do enter additional time. This one really, it does go directed in, would just be to finish it. Fortunately for Beograd, it doesn't.
Look, I don't think they've deserved to lose 4-0, 2-0, 3-0. They've probably deserved to lose, but, you know, 4-0 would have been rather unfair, considering the injuries they've had. Cooper Nunn and Andoni both
so
concussed.
unlucky.
I mean, if you...
Well, like we said, this has been a game, at least for Beograd's case, and this isn't taking anything away from Playford, but they have just been so unlucky with injuries and chances not falling their way. Tabarez on the edge of the box, still battling and fighting for it. Ethan Allgate back with Abu Hussein. Now for FK Beograd. Trimboli flicked back on for Hussein. Has Trimboli to his right. Does use him and pokes it through to him. Cross comes into the centre. The clearance. Well done. Pratt with plenty of free space and options either side of him. The ball way too short of Tabarez, though. Of course, we thank our partner, ServiceFM, official presenting partner of the final series, the RAA NPLSA finals. So is presented by ServiceFM and local who backs you and your team. It's better to be a member with RAA. Of course, the RAA National Premier League season, in which we are slowly and so quickly coming to an end to.
Yeah, it'll be over before you know it, and then we'll be in shorts and T-shirts, thankfully, watching pre-season games.
We're hoping to watch pre-season games with them getting called off due to the heat, more likely, and staying home.
Well, our game, the best part about this beautiful game is that it might stop locally, but we've got nationally, we've got the A-League on. Get out and follow your the local Adelaide United in there, both women and men, and then also we have so many leagues around the world starting. So.
I was going to say, it's such a great time to be an Australian fan, but also a South Australian fan. We've seen Nestor and Kunda move this week to Sporting. First game is tomorrow morning in a Socceroos wider perspective. Lucas Harrington possibly tonight making his debut for Hull against Man United in the first match of the season of the Premier League. Plenty more moves going on around. Mohamed Toure starting the season well for Norwich. It is a very good time to be Australian in football when you're looking abroad.
Yeah, and if you want to find out all the latest and greatest, always go to thelocalgame.com.au. Listen to Seb and the troops talk about lots of football issues, and then the local game. We've got behind the scenes of this game. We've got lots of people that go out and support and go watch the local game, and one goal at a time, and support everybody.
Over in State League 1, 2-0 up. Adelaide Blue Eagles against Fulham United at West Beach. There's a foul there. And a free kick as well.
Perfect position we are in, commentary box.
Pratt, Mullen, Woolard, Tabarez seemingly all putting their hand up perhaps. Tabarez just walking away. Mullen perhaps now with the opportunity to go above Patrick McGregor, so might look to take rank and take it himself to get back over.
There was a bit of discussion there between Pratt and Mullen, and Mullen goes, "Good, just walk away."
On the free kick, it will be Isaac Mullen. Missed both goals.
Yeah. unfortunately for him, he's has scored today.
Great finish it was in the first half. All good goals, in fairness, from Playford. French hit it with power from close distance. No real way he was missing that one. Mullins from the box, and Dan Ryan's probably the pick of the bunch with that top corner curler. Truscott over the top for Shota Babasaki. Rusmir, smart goalkeeping from him. Has certainly grown this match, in particular, Alex Rusmir. Earlier on, there were a few nervy moments where he had clearances which he booted straight out of the pitch, but in the second half at least he's had a lot more touches of the ball, a lot more catches and punching away just to relieve any sort of pressure on his back line. But Beograd do get forward here through Baselli, touch off Allgate for a corner.
Like these games are coach killers, you know. You think everything you've done, everything right, and just that unluckiness. And they do say that you have to create your own luck, and I do believe that. But sometimes just the luck doesn't go your way. Let's hopefully they can get a bit of luck on this corner and at least get a goal for all their efforts today.
Baselli cleared away. Osby looking for a 5th clean sheet of the season. That's a nice touch from Centofanti.
Ole, that's what the crowd should have done.
As you said before, Theo, FK Beograd, a positive season, qualified for the national round for the first time, won the cup final, obviously. They can't be too upset, although still going out in the first round of the finals, but overall, a very good season for Beograd.
And, you know, we've talked a lot about Beograd. We must also mention Playford. They're alive another week. Their next opponent awaits. I don't know if they're going to be eagerly awaiting, because today, you don't want to come up to Playford. Fortunately for those teams, they won't have to come to Playford.
Well, it depends. I'm pretty sure that they play in City of Burkalla. They'll be able to decide whether or not they want to host the first leg or play away in the first leg. More often than not, I think most teams would rather play the first leg away and the second at home, but sometimes teams throw up situations where they decide not to do that. So there is still at least that one more home game to come here at Ramsey Park, which, as the home crowd start to sing, they'll enjoy having that one more 90 minutes for the season regardless, because if they do make the grand final, that will be held at ServiceFM Stadium. So still one more home game here to come for Playford regardless.
Yeah, there is, and you know, on this the whole season performance, and today they've earned an opportunity to play another home game.
Over the bar, and that is full time. A first ever semi-final berth for Playford City in the South Australian First Division. Their highest ever finished in the league in the state. And currently on for their best ever finals performance. History making for Playford City. Beograd, although going out on the day themselves with a history making season, and they will already start looking to season 2027, Theo.
Yeah, look, and as disappointed as they are, they sit back and reflect, and, you know, I'm sure Coach will sit back and reflect with all the boys that he's got at his disposal, and the whole club, and just sit back and reflect. Quite disappointing today. My only thing to say to them, before you go sit back and review the game, go to church tomorrow morning, light some candles, and see. But 21 shots, wow, to play for today. Yeah, surprising. It's an interesting stat, that one.
Absolutely. It's both sides slowly but surely make their way off the pitch. It is Playford that will go through to play next week, either against Adelaide City or West Torrens Burkalla. Tune into the match between Metro and Croydon, because that will determine who faces who I'll try and figure it out quickly as you see the kickoff times for that one later. If Metro win against Croydon, they will play against West Torrens Burkalla. If Croydon win, then they will play against Adelaide City, and Playford will play against Burkalla. Hope that makes sense.
It will after tonight's game is finished. It will make, yeah. Look, it's been I didn't know, we haven't talked about it. Who's best player today, Mr. O'Neill?
Can you combine the whole back five into one human being for Playford and say it was them?
Yeah, probably. I would say the Playford's goal is 3 points today, 4 and against. They've done everything right, had lots of luck today, so congratulations, Playford, another week. Commiserations to Beograd, no more 2026, but yep. Stay tuned. Lots of games. Big game tonight at Metro Stars. Lots of. We've got Blue Eagles and Fulham still currently playing. The WNPL elimination knockout next week to see who gets in the grand final. So still lots of football. And yeah, like I said, don't get an opportunity, get a chance to get online and support the game. And thanks for watching.
Absolutely. It's been great to have your company this afternoon. From you watching at home, Theo, it's been great to have you alongside me once again for this finals fixture.
Thank you. The last time we were looking over the picturesque Adelaide Comets. Today we're looking over the picturesque beautiful trees. And
the train line as it comes by every now and then. Ivan Sabanil, it's been great to have you alongside us for this afternoon in this elimination final. Final score here at Ramsey Park. Playford City 3, FK Beograd 0.